Hey guys, it's Atratzu, and I'm going to show you how to play Bionic Dues like a champion. This is the totally legitimate, 100% easy way to remember what you are supposed to do, and I'm going to teach you how to play. First off, you put it on difficulty misery, because of course you want to start off at that difficulty. Check all of these boxes, and no, don't check that one. Choose none. Actually, no. You should probably choose something. Choose that one, choose that one, choose that one, and choose that one. Definitely do that. Very important. And then these doesn't matter at all. Choose whichever one you like. Let's just choose this one because why not? You jump into the game. Now I'm going to show you how it's done. So this is the Atratzu 100% bona fide guide for how to do it. You see these. Don't worry about these. Just click, bam. That now is the ultimate. That is the ultimate exo. So it is the ultimate exoskeleton. It'll be the best. And then you want to see here which one of these looks like the hardest one. Probably this one. You want to jump into this one. So what you want to do here is you want to currently move over here, hide behind this corner, wait for them to come to you, and you want to make sure you switch to your sniper class, and then you fire your shots like this, because they won't be able to get you like that. And you just keep on shooting like this, and eventually you will then succeed. So you don't know where this guy is, so you have to keep on shooting everywhere for that, and you know, switch to this, and oh, there it is. Found him, see? Yay! And that's how you win. See? Congratulations, you have lost. Wait, this is a pretty picture. Everyone is about dead. We've been overrun. We already lost. I mean, we win. Yay! That's how you do it. Atratzu guide for how to win Bionic Dues. You're welcome, guys. Now, stick through with the rest of the video, and you might actually learn a thing or two. Because I've already set up just how good I am at this game. Let's be serious now. And here we are again. Today we're going to be having a look at Bionic Dues. And there's a bunch of names coming up that I'm not going to be able to pronounce because I'm the worst. Hey, I'm Atratzu. Welcome back for those of you that have been sticking out with these different game series. Today we're looking at a really interesting game. This is a dungeon runner type, roguelike type game that has a lot of procedurally generated elements, a lot of RNG, but a lot of work that you can, a lot of stuff that you can work with while playing the game, and pretty balanced, pretty fair, and there's a lot of different settings and a lot of different achievements to keep you coming back. So again, this game is Bionic Dues, made by Arcen or Arcen Games, LLC. It was released October 8th, 2013. So this is an indie developed game. I've never played any game like this quite before. So let's just jump into a new game first. I do have several loads of different phases during the game, but let's just cover the basics first. So let's start a new game, and let's just show what the default loadout should be. I believe that was this it. I can't bring out the default loadout anymore. I think this was the default loadout. You started with these 4 exos, and then who was your pilot? Not you. I think it was Meg. Yes, I'm gonna go with this one. Yes, I think it was Meg. So this is the default loadout. This isn't necessarily the order that they're gonna be in. And then when I first jumped into it, there was a pop-up that said, hey, don't worry about it if you've never done this before. What is this? Does it say anything to that? People want a challenge. I feel like there was a pop-up at one point that said, hey, don't worry about changing any of these settings if you don't know what's going on. Like my first game that I loaded, it was like, don't change any settings here. Don't worry about it. This is a good loadout. I now realize that it was talking about this loadout and not about the difficulty. So when you make your first game, I highly recommend that you change this difficulty to casual. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a world of hurt. Jumping into normal without having any idea what I was getting myself into was death, basically. It was very difficult. So we're going to do casual for my explanation because though I have spent a fair bit of time and gotten a fair bit of achievements on this game, I am still anything but confident in my abilities in this game. There's just so much to account for, and I haven't sat down to really learn the subtle nuances. and I really don't feel like it. But it's a fantastic game. As far as detail work, if you want to really dig into an indie game that'll be rewarding you for learning the finer nuances of the mechanics, this is that game. So, not going to talk about any of these so far. Let's just load up a game on casual difficulties. So, rather than reading through all this nonsense, which would tell you, we're just going to go okay, we're going to go okay. So, as you saw, there was 50. This is the days until the final battle. So, you have 50 turns, if you will. Robot manufacturing, so this is the amount of forces that you're going to face in the end battle, and then this is your currency. So just like I said, covering the basic stuff on the user interface. This stuff's basically telling you your current status and how you're doing for your game. You can bring that number down sometimes. This number will increase by 1 or more depending on the types of missions that you go on. And then credits, those are able to be spent in the store over here. But let's talk about everything else here. So you have over here the robot army, then you have the different types of bots that you will face in the end battle. Again, there are some missions that you go on that will knock the forces down a little bit, so it's really smart to figure out how you want to go about doing that. Of course, you also have these boss mechs, boss robots anyway. You can tell because it has a purple word boss with an exclamation point next to it. So that's how you know that it's an important one. Actually, these bosses are tricky. If you really want to know what you're getting yourself into, you can sit down and strategize and be like, okay, so we're going against these types of characters in this particular fight, then I'm going to make sure that I have this defense or this counter, if you know enough to be able to do that. There's a lot of descriptions on these bots to explain to you what you're going to get yourself into and what the different abilities are. Okay, so are you overwhelmed yet? It gets better. So over here on this side, you have the different mechs that you brought along. So you have, or rather exosuits, I don't know. I think of them as mechs. So you have Science, Siege, Assault, and Ninja. The name is a good indicator for what it's going to do. The Science one specializes in hacking and stuff like that. The Siege one has, I thought it had better armor. Does it have better armor? I lied. The Assault has better armor. Siege has better like ammo capacity. Assault is the one that has the best shields, as you can see by mousing over. I've lied. The Ninja has just as good shields as that one. What the heck, man? So if you don't like a setting on something, you can work with these base stats and increase them. So you're given several different items to start out with. So we have here a shield. We have a coolant tank. I need to actually read these. Shield overcharge, so this is a reactor upgrade, and this is, where does this go? Can we equip that? Where'd that go? Where did it go? I don't see where it went. Maybe I should have read what it did instead. Oh well, you can right click them and then they auto equip. Oh no, I'm not auto equipping, I'm archiving because I'm a dumb. Yeah, no, this can't be used. What I like to use is the auto equip. It makes it easy to just jump in and just equip stuff. Okay, so what does this say? Left click to select, left click to slot and install, right click to archive, shift right click to sell. Explosion booster consumes 10 power, area of effect. So I think that's because I don't have any weapons that have area of effect. I think the rocket launcher, that should work with that. Yes, so you can equip that. As you can see, you can switch between your exos by just going here and you can give them different upgrades. You'll be rolling in upgrades eventually. There is a limitation though, and that is on how much power your exo has, how much power your mech has. And you have to like work within those limitations. So you can't you can soup them up and increase them and get more power, but it will cause you problems later on. So like you have here the power usage. So just kind of to teach you the few tricks that I've learned just from going through it and using the interface. I'm not good at this type of number crunching strategy thing. That's why I like clicking auto equip one part, going in and figuring out what I can do. But the problem is that with playing the game this way, I'm gonna kind of handicap myself because I'm not actually, I'm using the tools given to me to just play the game rather than learn how to play the game, because I just don't feel like sitting down and learning what numbers do what and what I want and figure out what kind of build I want to run and what kind of strategies I want to do. This is definitely a very good game for people who know what they want out of a roguelike game like this. So yeah, got the filter there. I'm just gonna leave that at that for now. Okay, so then you got your hero here, which clicking on her brings you back there, and each hero has a different, each character that you play as has different upgrades, and you can toggle between all of them, figure something out. You got the store here as well. I think we could access the store from here. Could we? City map store, so you can get to the store from there. You can sell, you can buy back, and then you can see these are pretty expensive, but you have some pretty nice rarity items up here. Blue, purple. I've always thought that purple was better, but yeah, purple's more expensive, so that makes sense. You never know if everyone's going to stick to the World of Warcraft rarity, where it's like purple, blue, green, white, gray. Gray is worthless, don't want them. So you never really know for sure if you're going to get what you're going to get yourself into, so yeah, I try not to assume about that. Okay. Now you have here the main map here, and you have these different icons, and these are the different missions that you can go on. You've got blockade. As you can see, when you mouse over, it gives you a pretty good idea of what you're going to be getting yourself into. So for a blockade mission, destroy all the robots here to clear the blockade. If you fail, they'll reinforce back to full strength. This should be an easy one, but it will still take a day to complete, and there's barely any loot here. So that's the trade-off. You can't get to these future spots unless you beat this mission. So you want to kind of plan ahead and be like, okay, so if I beat this one, I'm going to unlock the next one, which is hacker and blockade again. And then if you want another hacker slot, you can go there. Also keep in mind like what part of the map you're on. So like more stuff will unlock as time goes on. So blockade missions are pretty straightforward. Basically, it's just to get through and open up the road. Something that would be more rewarding would be if we did like the armory run, where this logo looks like an M16 to me, but you know, it's just a gun basically. Oh, we can zoom in, good. So yeah, no, it doesn't look like an M16 when you zoom in. That's all wrong. So the armory is where you're going to get some high quality weapon parts. So upgrades basically that are going to be better for your weapons. You have here the science station, which is where you capture some high quality computer parts. So depending on the mission that you go through, you might get certain items that will boost you in one way or another. So if you know your strategy coming out and you know the mechs that you're working with and what kind of upgrades you want to go for, then you can use that to your advantage jumping into it. Me, I personally like opening up as much as possible and getting a lot of choices into the mix, but I do try to keep the end goal in mind. So again, you want to remember you've got 50 turns, okay? If I take a blockade, that's going to take one notch off here. So let's just do that. We'll just take this one here, and that will bring us down to 29 days until the final battle. But once we select one, that's going to mean that we're going to jump right into an actual mission, and that's the next phase of the game for you. So, hot tip, you get the idea. You should read these. I'm not going to explain these to you because I'm just going to explain my experience with the game so far. Definitely read those in case I missed something, though. Okay, so I need to reposition myself because things are about to get crazy. This is definitely a strategy game because there's crazy amounts of details going on inside of here. When you first get into this, if you're anything like me and you've never played a game like this before, the first thing you will do is say ... what? And then you'll try to figure out how to move, which you can figure out with WASD. So you go up, you go down, you go right, you go left. And so you're like, oh, okay, I get it. So this little guy is me. Okay, all right. And so you like run in and you'll do something like this. You're like, oh, okay, all right. So that's a robot. We'll approach the robot. We'll go like this. Okay, we'll fire. And then we're like, okay, why can't I? And then you see the message log up there. It's like, oh, you cannot fire yet. Okay, well, how about I go here? Okay, it's the impede for another turn. Okay, we'll go here. Oh, out of range. How do I know when I'm in range or not? Well, okay, we'll go back here. Okay, now I can make that. Oh, that's not so bad. Now, mind you, on normal difficulty, you can't pull these types of shenanigans as regularly. So, you might continue on and be like, okay, now what are we going to do? Okay, what's up here? And you go forward and you're like, oh, I can't get through here. Oh, well, oh, wait, there's this button here. Let's try to shoot it. Oh, it's on cooldown again. Okay, it's on cooldown again. And let's shoot one more time. Okay. Alright, we'll go here. And now you're just like, oh, okay. Alright. Oh, nope, that's all taken care of. Because we're on casual difficulty. Alright, come on. Come on. Let's just shoot at him. Maybe he'll notice me. Oop. So if you try to roll over mines, this is what pops up. Because the game's nice enough to be like, hey, that's a bad idea. So let's not do that. This is agony trying to do it the way that I played the first time because I've learned so many better ways to play. This is an awful way to play. Alright, so now we want to get out of the way. Now we want to do this. Watch him go. Watch him go. Oh, he's already dead. Okay. So yeah, this is basically agony to me. So let's do something bad, like running into here. Yeah, this is bad. Yup, this is bad. This should clearly show you what is bad. We're gonna lose this mech. Yes. Yes, because it's on cooldown. Alright, we're gonna shoot there. We're gonna shoot. This mech is still not dead. There we go. Okay. I don't wanna. Okay. So, let's have a... Oh, we won already? Gosh dang it. So, let's talk about the user interface in a little bit more depth now. So, this is the tactical, strategical view that you have here. You want to get really familiar with seeing how this map works. So, let's return to this. We'll talk about this in a bit. So, let's just finish the mission. You finish the mission by completing whatever this objective is down here. So in this one, it's the blockade, destroy all the robots. As you can see, there are 0 robots. We can look around here, we're good. And I can't hack anything because I lost that. So, alright, here you go. So we had 3 surviving exos, so we got 3 loot from that. Now we can go here and auto-equip all of those, and then auto-equip all of those, which I can't equip any, or auto-equip these, which I can't equip any of those either. So let's remove all parts, and then let's auto-equip all those. Oh, okay, they auto-equip there. I had it to equipped because I'm a doof. Okay, so as we said earlier, the blockade is complete. So now we're down to 49 days, and with 49 days, it's just going to keep on ticking slowly. There are some missions like, is this one of the ones? This is one of the ones. Robot Command Center. If you beat one of the robot command centers, it will... If we're behind in this race... Alright, I gotta just read this. There's no one central intelligence behind these bots, but they have set up another of these command centers, kind of breaking them down, great gears, and then provoke them 5 days sooner. So if you do this, they will attack you 5 days sooner, but you will be able to get more loot from these types of things and bring them down to size for a little bit. So there are times you might want to attack the robot center, like if you're ahead, like it says. If we're behind in this little arms race, we might want to give this a wide berth. So if you're not doing so well, don't attack them. Now there is a consequence for losing, and let's show that one real quick. Let's just do assassination. You really shouldn't do an assassination this early on in the game. Even on casual, it might cost you, but now you'll be able to see what it's like to fight one of the bosses, because that's what happens during assassinations. As you can see, it's not a good idea to attempt until you're 30 or 40 days remaining or fewer. So there's still a fair amount of time until you should be doing this. You should build up your forces first. But let's just jump in, because I want to show what happens when you lose. So here's the first boss, and we're not going to mess with that at all. Let's cover the user interface in a little bit more detail. Okay. So, by the way, the bosses do come up as a different color on the map. That is very useful to keep in mind. So, here are your 4 exo. Here are your 4 mechs that you can switch between whenever you want to. But, switching between them costs a turn. Let me give you an example. Okay. want to just pull one. I want to pull one. Please let me pull one. Can I pull one? Yes, we're going to pull one. Okay. All right. So we're going to bring this guy over here. Uh-oh. He's got long range. I'm not a fan. Wait, why did I want to pull one again? I've already... Oh, right. I'm pulling one to show you that it costs 1 turn. So if you move, that costs a turn. If you shoot, that costs a turn. If you switch, that costs a turn. If you don't want to do anything, like there are times you don't want to move at all, you can hit wait, and that costs a turn. And is there anything else that could cost a turn? I think that's it. Let's switch back here, and let's shoot here. Hacking might cost you a turn. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so you have here the 4 different mechs that you can switch between, and as you can see, there are different icons to the side depending on which one that you choose. Some icons have more importance than others. So here, this is toggle stealth. If you're on stealth, the other bots will stop chasing, stop moving, and you won't be noticed. You have 15 for stealth with the science one, 18 for this ninja one, but remember that the science bot has been upgraded several times, so there are some upgrades in place. So there could be perks going on that I wasn't reading because I just said auto-equip everything. So we'll demonstrate how stealth works here in a little bit. You also have hacking. Hacking is how you get through doors and terminals. So you see this door right over here and this like empty spot back here. This one specifically, like it says when you mouse over, locked door. So I don't even know why they give you health. You can't really do anything to the door. You have to hack it. So you walk up to it, you interact with the door by trying to go through it, and then it shows hacking, and then it'll give you the option. It'll say how much it costs to hack. This one costs 1. Like I said, you can just get that from mousing over it. And after you hack it, then you'll lose 1 hacking point. You'll be at 15 hacking points, and then you'll be able to use the remaining ones. So this one is a computer terminal special, and that is to get information. So sometimes the terminals are good to hack, sometimes they're not. If you have a bunch of hacking points and you've already hacked into all the different doors, I'd use the terminals at that point, or at higher level play, it's probably more significant to know what you're getting yourself into with the surrounding area. There's a lot to keep in mind. Okay, then you have the different types of weapons. So each weapon, you're just going to need to sit down and read, as much as it pains me to say, because I don't really play games to read, if that makes any sense. That's such a lazy thing to say, but I don't want to sit down and read. See, long story, it's like, the old Mertech pebble projector pistol was the worst weapon in the galaxy. Customer feedback was torrential, mainly from next of kin. In fact, Mertech complaints department received so many letters that a counter deep within the inefficiency engine overflowed into negative numbers. The explosion autonomized so many complaint executives led to a truly remarkable event, the first and last document case of Mertech efficiency. The result, knee seeker model is an invaluable benefit to disabling movement of any bot who hits, further firing the weapon free action because of the bot's too surprised to respond. The weapon itself is so astonished that an EMP is suffered for 3 turns. You get the idea. That's a long thing of text to read, and that's at least not necessary, but if you mouse over other things, like the rocket, need to clear room, this bad boy, you have to read what the different weapons are going to do, grenade launcher and stuff like that. So you kind of have to get the idea of what you're going to be doing, what you're getting yourself into. Now you also see when I mouse over the different, I wanted to call them spells, the different weapons that you can equip, they have different ranges. Now I didn't know this at first, but if you hold down shift, you can actually shoot the ground. That's significant if you see anything like, I don't see any ground runes. We'll have to look for that another time. No, fuel tank has a targeting icon, so it's not that. I'll point them out if we see them again. There are spots that you can shoot on the ground, but you can only activate them. It's basically like an explosive barrel, but it's only on the ground, and you have to hold down shift and fire to be able to get it. And it only works if you're firing something with an explosion. So grenade launcher or rocket or what have you, something along those lines. So you can't blast your way in with a pistol or a laser rifle, something like that. Okay, so this is the objective. We can clear this objective if we can kill the 2 bosses. And you can whistle to draw enemy bots to you. I will be using that. As you can see, there is a range indicator, so if I whistle now, it shouldn't do anything. Come on out! So get everyone's attention. Nothing's happening there. And then, of course, you can see your pilot, which I don't know why you'd see that there. In case you forget, I guess. Irrelevant. So let's switch to the one that has the longest range. That would be this one, I believe. Yes, this one. So we want to try to get these. So what bots are we going to face? We can mouse over and read this. Okay, Blunderbot. This one gets a little bit risky. If it sees you, it could shoot in a random direction. And so it could destroy stuff around it, or it could destroy us. I don't like taking chances, though. I like avoiding that. Blasterbot, you may wish to say the name. Also, don't stand behind it when it moves. Okay, no, we don't. I don't think we need these. Let's just switch to something that has a moderate range. And we will shoot here. Bam. We'll get both of those. And we'll get him. So we have to cross that. This is the electric floor. The floor is literally lava in this. Not literally. It's not lava. Get that. Good. I should have just let it walk into the mines. That's using your environment to your advantage. Okay, can we sneak by this guy? Let's stealth, just to demonstrate. Not just to demonstrate, just so we don't get its attention. Where's the other boss? I just don't feel like it. Let's machine gun here. Okay, we didn't draw its attention, thankfully. Fire one shot there, fire one shot there. Bam, we're doing well. It's on casual, I gotta remind myself. Okay. Alright, let's fire this pistol here. So this is one of the cases where you don't want to move. If we move away, we're going to be out of position in several different ways. Let's see if hacking works. Hack the door. Hacked it. Ah, hacking does take a turn. Okay, now it's time to show you the trick. So I like to fire this. Now he can't move. We looted that loot crate. Now we're going to stealth and sneak away. So the pistol's handy because now he's stuck to the ground. He's not going anywhere. That was a very useful trick that I learned early on in the game. I actually have not read any tutorials or anything explaining how to play this game, by the way. So everything that I've learned has been learning on my own. Definitely the hard way of doing it, but hey, I'm stubborn like that, okay? Alright, let's switch to this and take the laser show here. Alright. And we don't want to get too close. So here's another problem. You have to make sure you look at its range. So it's attack range 5. I believe that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think as long as we're not there, we should be safe. So that means this one is long enough that I should be able to shoot it from here. Since it's not coming any closer, I'm able to do that. But you will notice that eventually... No, we're not going to run out of ammo. You will eventually run out of ammo if you do enough of that. It's a bigger deal on harder difficulties because there's more armor, more health, takes longer, there are sometimes harder bots, it gets harder later on in the game. You get the idea. Okay, let's go here, let's go here. He blows himself up. Just like I wanted. Okay, let's take another shot here. Okay, so are they going to give us an attack range 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. We are out of range. I kind of wish there was a... I didn't know. So if you hold down control, this is because I didn't sit down and look at all the options. So there's still stuff in this game I'm learning. I just learned this now. I was just going to say, I wish there was a way that I could see what its range was, because when I hold down shift, I can shoot the ground and it shows me the range of my weapon. I was like, man, I wish I had that for the other mechs. Well, if you hold down control, that's what you do. So let's see if we can get that for something else. Okay, so while it's off, oh, it does show. The other one wasn't showing. So we can see what kind of range we're dealing with this one. So what do we want to do? How are we going to do this? Let's step back here. And let's step back here. Alright, so I'm going to shoot the ground here so that I can get him with splash damage. The command bot, so this is providing an inspiring boost of shields to one bot that is close each time he acts. So if this bot was closer, when this bot moves this bot, if this bot was next to him, this bot would gain increased shields. So that's one of the ones you want to take care of. This one is Blunderbot. Often gets a bit distracted. This is as bad as it sounds. So this is one of the ones that tends to miss. So if we wait a turn, he missed. That was a risky stunt on my part. I shouldn't have done that. Alright, let's get this guy. So here's, I'm going to give you a demonstration of what not to do. So typically what I did when I first got this game is I'd go around the corners and shoot. But that's really risky because you're giving up a chance to get them to come to you and fire. It makes a big difference, trust me. Okay, let's bring them to us. So we will whistle here. So he took care of himself. Let's whistle, oops, here. Okay, and then let's just go this way. Let's just go this way. So now he'll walk in the fire. I'm okay with this. Give him a little bit more time. Got him. And let's drop something here. Let's drop something here and something here. So we want to, oh boy, oh boy. We want to pick our battles very carefully. So let's demonstrate what happens when you stealth try to get away. So if you notice that he moves on every turn that I move. If I stealth, move, move, move. Wait, let's see his range. See, he could shoot me. Well, no, he was close, but he'd move really close to being able to do that. But I got only 3 more turns of stealth. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's switch mechs. Which, by the way, once you come out of stealth... Oh, normally you can't go back into stealth. There might be another contingency I haven't learned about yet. Anyway, let's do my strategy. He goes here. We pop him once with that EMT burst. And now he's stuck. So we want to just sneak on by like that. And then we want another AoE attack. The rocket launcher will work just fine. Okay. Now we need to take out the rockets, which were on this one. So we want to fire here. And that's it. We have completed this mission, but before we leave, it's always best to try to get all that you can as far as loot is concerned. Okay, so this item here, this is not a loot box. This is a shield recharge crate. So this unit has been damaged a bit. Let's interact with it. Now you can see its health is back to full. Okay, let's do this. Loot. We got explosion booster. Let's do that. Okay, we got 13 points remaining. More loot. Sneaky. So that's going to be for stealth. That's good. Let's go over here. And this is more loot. There is a stealth booster and a... There's a stealth booster and a weapon ammo resupply also. So you can get health, you can get stealth, you can get weapons replenished as well. Now something also worth noting is the vision limitations on your different mechs. So we're not seeing any differences here. You'll get some upgrades that you'll equip, and some of them will let you see farther. Some of them will let you detect enemy mechs from farther away. So a lot of times when I jump into a game, I just rotate through all of the mechs to figure out which one's going to be able to show me the most. Now I do also want to demonstrate what happens when you hack this console. Also, let's just show what happens when you run out of ammo. Fire this. Alright, so out of ammo, then you have to switch weapons to something else. So we can't do this one. We can do this one. And let's just, you know, take care of this and take care of that. And alright. So now if you are ever caught in a situation where your mech is completely out of ammo and might have like other accessories on there, it's not a throwaway. You still want to save that mech so you get that bonus at the end. So you always want to try to keep them around. Alright, this is what happens when you hack this. That would have been more significant if there are other mechs around. It would normally reveal the map, reveal the area. So let's walk over here. Ta-da! 4 of these. And a day has passed. Let's go back here. Let's auto-equip all these. Let's auto-equip all these. Good. So our best is the science, and our second best is currently the siege. So there's not much point in going through much else. Oh, that's right. I wanted to fail. I'm so sorry. Let's fail. We're going to purposely fail. Watch this. I'm going to fail city so hard, you're all going to be impressed. What? Oh, you got to blow him up. I get it now. I didn't know that he blew up only when you do that. There you go. So now we're going to go like this. It's fail city up in here. Don't worry. It'll be so fail city, you won't even know it. Okay. All right. Fail city it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey. Oh. Let's go. Hey. Oh. Let's go. Yes. I could destroy myself. I forgot that I could even do that. All right. Let's do this. Let's walk on the mines. Yeah, we'll walk on these mines. Let's walk over here. Just a jolly stroll. Get out of my way. Oh, good. I can attack myself. Let's all attack myself. We're attacking ourselves. No, hit me. There we go. Now we get to show what happened. So, lost mission, armory. Robots have attacked our HQ. HQ health down to 9. So, you can get a bit of an idea. There is a health bar up here, and depending on the difficulty, you have more or less health. On casual, you apparently have 10 missions that you can fail. And then you can also repair with... Do we have a repair mission around here? Vital to our cause. If you've messed up, pilot, the construction vehicle and supply salvage here will let us repair. So, okay. So if your base was down, you would be able to work your way towards this one with a hacking mission, and you'd be able to get salvaged. Let's try to go through this one really fast, just not even thinking. Oh, we have mines now. We have a sentry turret. We've got a bunch of cool stuff now. So this is the hacking one. You got to get to the console. Pretty straightforward. Let's just pull everything to me and then hide around the corner. This is my preferred strategy, by the way. EMP blasted. Not a fan. How come they got their stuff back faster than me? Lame. Wave turn. You were EMP blasted again. Wait for him to get there. Bam. Now there is a risk if you spam wait. There are some bots that have stealth and they will come up and shoot your face. So might want to be careful about how long you wait. I evaded the trap. Yeah. Here's that marker. Remember when I was talking about on the ground, there's something that you can hit that'll cause an AoE explosion? That's this. And you can't do it with normal weapons, so if I try to machine gun it, nothing happens. If I try to laser weapon it, then nothing happens. If I grenade launch near it, nothing happens. If I grenade launch on it, that explodes it. So, for a demonstration... Oh, that's way too close. We don't want to actually do that. That's going to injure me. I was going to pop out and shoot it when in stealth, but I would realize that I was way too close and it would be a bad idea. What just happened? I don't know what happened. I wasn't paying attention. I think I destroyed a self-destructing bot. And by doing so, it did some craziness. It blew up everybody else around it. Oof. Oof, such a big dungeon. Oh, there it is. That's what I get for being quick, and that was... We don't have any way to hack now. That is problematic, isn't it? Here's a loot box. Let's get that. Hover thrusters. I imagine that's for mobility. Taking a risk by going like that. Oh, we're doing another one. Okay. And on normal difficulty, just those basic bots, which are these guys. Investigate. Dumb bot? Yeah, dumb bots. That's what they're called. The dumb bots can kill you on normal. You take like 2 or 3 hits and you're dead. So playing this, my first time playing through on normal difficulty, not a good time. So make sure you switch to casual so you can learn the game first. Then you can get into whatever shenaniganry you're going to get into. Oh look, we're going to win. We won. Wait. Oh, we have to destroy the reactor first. Wait, does it have a radius? It doesn't. Perfect. Ta-da! And then you might not want to get through really fast, but you could go through like this, and ta-da! There we go. We got 3 surviving ones. Now we can go. Let's fail this. Yes, let's fail this. No. Yes. Yes. Destroy me. I want to show what it's like when the health of your base gets even lower. Okay, now we'll win this one. Or maybe we'll lose this one. Here's a complication. So if I hit the mines, I'm facing the wrong direction. If you need to, you can hit the arrow keys to face in different directions and move the camera as well. So if I want to put the mines to the right, that's how I put the mines to the right. And then I can put them to the right again, but I don't really want to do that. We'll just wait. We'll wait for them to get to me. Wait. Watch this. Deploy mine. Oh, sentry. Let's put another sentry turret. Let's put one right here, luring them. Such fools. They do not know what they are getting themselves into. Vanished. So those are the stealth bots. Let's go this way. Now it's to replenish stealth. I'm not going that way. Uh-oh. I should probably at least try. Otherwise I will not be able to. Because this is the kind of game that will punish you for getting sloppy. Alright, let's switch now, because I don't want to lose that stealther. Let's drop a missile strike right hither. And can I get that? Yes. I'd like to go there. And one more shot there. And then move it here. Fire a shot there. Okay, we're almost to the end. This will be the last bit, and then I'll fast forward through some saves, I believe, because then you can actually get a bit of an idea of what stuff's going to look like. So this is what a games look like progressing. You get some credits, you get better stuff the more you do. You have special events like this one, Epic Ninja Exo upgrade, so you can increase like what your Exo is to it's an Epic Ninja Exo upgrade, so I can now have an Epic Ninja. Fantastic. And then it would be just Epic Ninja. You get the idea though. So let's go back. Let's go to main menu. Yes, let me through. So you can see it keeps track of how well and how bad I'm doing. I'm doing particularly awful because I tried to get achievements by playing on the hardest difficulty with a certain mech. It's me. I'm trying to get achievements. Of course I am. That's just how I roll. So let's load a game, shall we? My first game, where did we leave off here? This was on match. I had 3 days until the final confrontation. I do believe that I was, just trying different things. This was not a perfect match. You will notice that I knocked down the enemy forces quite a bit, so I tried to play by the books as I learned more about how the mechanics worked. And then of course there were different kind of upgrades. The orange ones are the best. And then I just auto-equipped. Anytime that I wasn't sure what to equip, I just remove all parts and I go back to auto-equipping. Because there is a bit of a complication for what you're equipping because you have a limit on your energy, like I said earlier, on your power. So if we tried to equip this, oh no, just set there. Why don't we just go there? Ugh. You can't equip like a bad reactor if you don't have enough power for something, then you can't use it, basically. So, oh, this was the default that I had. Assault, Siege, Ninja, Science. So those are the choices that we had. And as you can see, that's what they looked like with the stats, so that's kind of cool. And then my HQ is in full health, but that was because I did a salvage mission to repair it, and I was learning what each mission did. So this kind of gives you a bit of an idea. Personally, I liked attacking factories because it would reduce how many bots you were going to face in the final confrontation. That's why when you load HQ defense, this is what it looks like when you do HQ defense. You're here, and this is the final mission that you have. You go in here, we remove all, we can just equip these. We'll figure out for myself what's the best. This is a good habit to do if you don't plan on trying to actually learn the finer nuances of the game. You can just auto-equip and it'll do that. The problem is if you're doing it this way, you're not having any say on what the loadout is going to be and what that particular mech is going to specialize in. So when we jump into this game, we need to look at what we are getting ourselves into. So okay, laser distance pretty far. Our light machine gun is potentially even farther. Yep, it's even farther, which is the opposite of what it typically is. So there were some crazy good upgrades that were put on the light machine gun, so it's got farther. It almost does more damage than the laser rifle, so that's not exactly the best option that you have there. The grenade launcher does an ungodly amount of damage, so that would destroy a lot of different people. You have a stealth module on this particular unit. This one has stealth too. This one has the most stealth and crazy amount of hacking and viruses, which is another skill that you can use. You can take over other mechs. This one has overload, so you can just blow itself up. Oh, I thought that it would blow itself up and be destroyed, but no, you can actually just do that and it'll just like damage people around it. That's pretty cool. Never actually done that. And then you have a chain gun, so that's a special gun that was equipped with it. Epic Science, right, that's from the Epic upgrade. So since it was upgraded to an Epic Science mech, it got an extra weapon to fire, which is a chain gun. So that's kind of cool. And then the HQ defense, so this is the amount of bots we need to beat before we can say that we have won the mission. So we have to find all of these guys. And who knows where they are. Here's one. Now we only have 9 that we have to beat. You know, these little ring things, they teleport you randomly on the map. So that can be a bit problematic at times. Here's another bot. Let's just shoot him from here, because apparently we can destroy stuff from crazy range. Okay, where does this go? Ta-da. Ammo stolen. Who stole my ammo? Okay, we'll go back this way. All right, you don't want to destroy human reactors. If you destroy the human reactors, we destroyed a random type of bot set up and finally level up. Careful not to do that. So yeah, don't do that, because then the bots that you're against will level up and get better. Oh, here's a stealther. They will also shoot out the humans too if they're given the choice. If this ever happens and it gets in your way, just destroy a console. A little bit easier that way. Here's an example of which one can see farther. So the siege bot can see a little bit farther than the assault bot, and the science bot can see the farthest. So we should probably be running around as this one, because we'll be able to see the farthest. So we got this guy here. This is a fun one. This is the bot that doesn't shoot unless anyone else is around. I'm lonely. I'm so lonely. I have nobody for my own. Pew, pew. Is there anything else through this door? Through door number 1? What can I hack? This is the one that can hack. There you go. This is the ammo chest. So let's go to this one and replenish. Ta-da. Alright, I don't really feel like searching for the remaining 4 bots, but after you do that, you win, basically. Oh, there's one. And yeah, it's quite the scavenger hunt. So that was the result of my first, not my first game, I lied. My first game was a fail. The second game, when I switched settings and went to casual, that's, I think, technically the second game. I'm not showing the first one. Now this game, This game I went for the achievement to play through the entire game with just one exo, so it was Brawler. So I played through with Brawler. And I think this is also, I also went for another achievement where I didn't go for, I didn't go for getting an epic Brawler, so I didn't upgrade any of my mechs to epic mechs, because there's an achievement to get through there. This is also one where I was targeting robot command centers to speed it up because I was tired of waiting. So after speeding it up, we got to this ending. I'm not going to jump in there because you get the idea. This is the third game, which I just started, so there's not much there. And I already saved, oh, I thought I saved the third game, HQ Defense. So I got to go through the third game, and I'm going to do it with Science Echoes if I ever get around to playing this. I'm getting a little bit exhausted with it, and I'm ready to move on to other games, so I'm probably going to move on. Anyway, this is probably way more information than most people were probably expecting for the game. It's really fun. You can totally get into it. It can be as in-depth or shallow as you want it to be. There's mainly two modes. You see this strategic mode. You figure out where you want to go, what plots, where you can get potentially better upgrades, what you might need to get upgrades. And then you also have the actual strategic tactical part where you're like, okay, don't go around corners like this unless you're trying to draw them. You can whistle, but see, my whistle would get all of these people, so we can just do that. Why not? Draw them in, know what your different weapons are going to do, have a strategy going into it. This is a good beginner strategy where you just kind of sit here and then you just shoot people as they come around the corner. As you can see, we're on a higher difficulty right now, so that's not exactly a good one. This bot, thankfully, gets confused as you shoot it. And we're going to have ourselves trouble once this one is beat. So now we want to do this. Go back one. We don't have any rockets. Oh, we got lucky. I'm going to be tempted to try to save the game if I keep playing at this point. You get the idea. You can go back to see the different settings. Exit. Main menu. Yes. When you set up a new game, there's a lot of different settings, so you can it'll keep you coming back. And then, of course, you don't have the Brawler and the Sniper when you start out, so there are two extra mechs that you can rotate through. You can have doubled up on certain ones. You can have it set up differently. Dead is Dead. Who designed the circuit? On your toes. Shorter campaign, which that might be nice. Option normal rule missions will take 2 days instead of the 1. Robot command center, so that would make it even shorter, so that might be nice if you wanted to do that. There are probably achievements relating to that. Random mechs, so you do that and it's like, okay, let's just, you know, use Genji and we'll put it on normal, and what do we have? Okay, so this is what you get with random. We get a sniper, we get a ninja, we get an assault, and we get a brawler. So we didn't get to choose that. That seems pretty balanced actually, so it probably would work just fine. Then we could progress with this game and just work with it. So point is, again, there is way more here than I was expecting. Not from this kind of game. Didn't know what I was getting myself into. Personally, I've enjoyed playing this game. Definitely worth checking out if you have the time. If any of this strikes your fancy, by all means, check out Bionic Dues and give it a shot. But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Atratzu. If you like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around for more videos. So yeah, see you next time. Laters.